And welcome to the Confound Millennial, starring Steven Stirvin Michaels, Ryan Diamondz, and featuring special guest Colby of Back Alley?
Back Alley Tattoos.
Back Alley Tattoos.
Nice. Welcome. Welcome, both of you.
I almost, for some reason, wanted to say, like what popped in my head was a tattoo shop that I had been in, 10 years ago. And I was like, that is not right. That doesn't even exist anymore. But, so, weirdly enough, Colby is the first in-person guest that we have had since 2020.
Oh, wow. Well, what about when Abby was on? No, that wasn't in person. You're right. You're right.
It kind of was, but it doesn't count. We had
Doesn't
to
count.
Kind of
set
around the
them
time
up.
we met, right? 20,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, a couple months before then, while I was in the yield rehab, I had an episode with a straight up gangster motherfucker.
Oh,
Crazy,
Who
man.
was he?
Guy that I was in a rehab with, he was on America's Most Wanted.
Oh, shit. Nice.
dang.
But he didn't talk much about that because he was still wanted. But
Probably doesn't want to incriminate himself.
No, more than likely. So what's been
Right.
happening?
What are you up to, Diamondz? How's it going? How's it hanging? I
Same
like your
old
shirt.
thing, man. Thank you. Had to find it on eBay. It's still a little tight. Should have found a bigger one. I've been losing weight though. I went from 240 to 213, so I'm feeling good.
Proud of you, Diamondz.
Thanks, man. Hadn't eaten bread or sugar in 4 weeks. It's miserable, honestly. I want pizza.
But the reason we have Colby here is he is the official guy you want to go to get a Confound Millennial tattoo.
Ooh,
I should have loaded a picture of it.
That's it.
But
nice.
yeah, he's the one that did that a little there.
I should drive up there and get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if you ever want to get some work done by me, just message me through Facebook first, and we can plan something out ahead of time.
Oh wow, that's like a 12-hour ride.
Look,
If
man,
you really think I'm worth it, then come on down. But 12 hours.
so it's not worth it to hang out with me and get a dope ass tattoo.
I might be worth it to hang out with you, but like,
No, I went down there and that fucker wouldn't even hang out with
Oh,
me.
you didn't. No warning. No warning. Just hey, I'm in town. Come on.
Basically. But
Basically.
I barely had warning either. So,
Well,
but so
maybe next time.
let's see here. I have a few things you sent me to show off of some tattoos you've
Ooh.
done.
just random things. There's a lot more where that came from, but I just kind of hastily scrambled all these together.
Mm-hmm. Some
Why
detail.
would you do that one?
That's
why
my
would
buddy
you,
Ed.
why would
He's
you
a
accept
sick
money?
fuck. That's why we're such good friends.
I don't know what that means, but
If you've
maybe
ever
I
seen
don't want to.
Alchemist, you would understand.
I hadn't seen enough of it apparently.
Well, be thankful you don't know what's going on.
We're not going to
guys.
spoil it for you.
Okay, all right. You
Well,
gotta catch
I'm
up.
not.
You do some good
That's really
shadows.
nice. Almost through.
Ooh.
I really, really like this one.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people hit me up for Full Metal Alchemist stuff
That's
here
wild.
recently for some reason.
Maybe it's catching back on.
I hope
Prepare
so.
yourself for a new season. That's
And
great.
the guy that, yeah, I never watched it. I'm familiar with it, but I never watched it. What's the
I've-
main character's name again?
Oh,
I've seen 2/3 of Brotherhood, but my memory is just there are holes in my brains, man.
Okay, well, the guy that voices him actually hit a dude in the face with that pop star poster because they tried to steal it from me. I was at an anime convention and he took the stage and he just started throwing stuff at people. and I was up close, and I was being crushed over a speaker, and he went to hand it to me. Somebody else reached out to grab it, and he just slapped him in the face with it and put it in
What
my
a
hand.
stand-up guy.
Stand up. Amen.
I've never seen a man wear tighter pants than him, ever.
He might not
My
be wearing
life.
pants.
Challenge accepted.
And I grew up in a church band where we thought we were going to be the next Paramore.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Every one of us was wearing different colored skinny jeans.
Like fruit roll up just laid on.
Oh, those were the days. I remember 2010 quite well.
I never went through that phase. I think we had Jinkos when I was a kid.
I think I'm still going through it.
Diamondz, let's hit our emo phase together.
I don't know about that.
Colby will give us eyeliner tips. We'll be great.
Okay, sweet. I've always wanted to
Friend's
try
cosmo
eyeliner.
student. She passes some great knowledge over to me.
Maybe we should do a makeup tutorial episode. We can
I'm
learn.
not qualified, but you know, if you
I
want to
mean-
half-ass some smudge shit around your face, I'm your guy.
Get some tar. And just...
That'd be fun, actually, Diamondz. I mean, I know we've been talking about branching out to doing other things, but you know those weird little toys like the coffins and the dragon eggs and stuff that are at Walmart that like are really big in the ASMR community right now. They're like, we've been trying to get Diamondz to start doing toy reviews because
Nice.
I keep seeing on YouTube like people just like there's one where it's like a dinosaur egg and you unwrap it and then you have to crack open the egg and then there's a bunch of goo and then you have to assemble the toy. Like there's 20 steps before you get the actual toy.
Oh, so it's kind of like a Lego in a way. Got to read the instructions and
Yeah, kind of. It's
Instructions.
not exactly like Lego, like as in you know, to that extent, but it's
It's
like
like-
just so many steps to get to the thing.
it's like if Lego and those little toys that you drop in the sink that expand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if those two combined.
Yeah.
It sounds messy around the keyboard. Granted, it's like a 2001 Dell keyboard.
Yeah, like these like you can get like a chance of getting like one made out of gold or
Oh
something.
shit.
Comes in all of these different parts and pieces and you've got to figure out how to put it together. Yeah, I
The
don't leave
future
the
is
house.
now.
The future is now. My little cousin, he really likes these. They come with little saunas or whatever.
Oh, I'd be all over this as a kid.
It's crazy, like thinking about the. Okay, so there was one time me and my cousin, we went to a store in Ashland called The Inner Geek.
Hmm.
You ever heard of it?
Never
It's
heard of
really close to Time Warp. Which is a really big Magic the Gathering shop. And so we went in there and we were talking about how as a kid, like I couldn't find toys of things that I wanted. Like I'm super into Kingdom Hearts. I know that, you know that, everybody knows that. But as a kid, like if you wanted a Kingdom Hearts toy, you had to pay like $100 to get one from Japan that was like collector's edition.
You don't play with those.
And so I would make all of my shit out of like pipe cleaners. I made my own pipe cleaner action figures as a
Oh,
kid.
is that where the whole hobby came from?
Yeah, and but the thing is, I was talking to my cousin Derek about that, and like, man, I would have killed to have a Prince of Persia action figure as a kid. We go into Inner Geek, what do we see but a Prince of Persia action
Nice.
figure? So I'm like, well, I guess it's destiny. I gotta buy this fucking thing. Gotta buy this fucking hunk of plastic.
Plastic. Just plastic.
I'm like, so the viewers can tell I'm using like in-ears that keep falling out of my ears, and I can't turn the volume down. And I am not used to hearing my own voice, and I fucking hate it. I usually have my headphones on to where I can barely see Diamondz and read his lips.
Welcome to my world. I listen to you all the time.
But so Diamondz, you ever play any MMOs?
I have in the past. It's been a long time. I usually just play whatever everybody else is playing that plays with me. So I'm forced to play like Farming Simulator. They want to start playing the Division. I mean, I don't have anybody else to play with, so just play with my friends, whatever they're playing.
Well, why don't you join us in playing Final Fantasy 14?
I'll give it a shot.
Will?
It's so good.
I'll give it a shot. I mean, why not? I mean, I play a lot of garbage games. Why not one more?
Hey, they just registered.
I've been throwing out mean jokes the whole time. I'm glad you caught
That
one.
shit goes over my head. I'm not going to pick up on any of this.
You see, the thing is, I met Colby through getting the tattoo done, but then I got to know him through Final Fantasy Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, that game,
So good.
it destroyed my life, and I love it.
It's Final Fantasy 14, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Basically, all I did during 2021.
Well,
Here,
it's
man.
free, isn't it?
Every waking
No.
moment alive.
Sadly,
No.
no.
Where do you buy it from? From their
Uh,
website, apparently.
their website,
Ugh.
Steam,
You
all
can't get it
sorts
on
of
Steam?
places.
You can get it on Steam, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Buying it from the website's a pain. It's navigating the thing.
And using like
it's just
their
me-
loader too.
Ugh.
You see, I bought it from the website so I could redeem Square Enix points to
Oh,
get
I hate Square
Kingdom
Enix.
Hearts yo-yos.
Oh, it's only $20.
That's where I got it from, but I remember like melting down the entire way to the checkout page.
I just don't like using other game loaders like Epic or EA is the worst. It's always running in the background. Or I mean, any of them really. They're all just a pain in the butt. But
Basically.
so you met Colby getting a tattoo, and got to know him more through the Final Fantasy server. How'd you meet me?
I met you through drinking like a motherfucker.
And losing
Drinking like a fish and winning.
and losing
Who has the steel reserve belt, Diamondz?
just because I hadn't picked it up from you. And it's actually not mine either. It's that other guy's because I was drunk and told him he could have it because he ripped
Mark
his shirt off.
Weathersby.
That's right. He ripped his shirt off. So where you at, Mark?
I gotta send you an episode of that show that we used
Oh
to do.
god.
It was fucking ridiculous. I showed up at the live show one time, 6 hours away in Dothan, Alabama. I just got an invite. They didn't expect me to show, and I ended up accidentally burning my nipple on the stage.
I'm glad I wasn't there. It might have got worse. Most of the episodes ended with me doing this. Just down and out, passed out.
Dude, I don't remember the ending of any of the episodes.
I just know because I'd fast forward like, did I make a fool of myself? Yes, I did. Every time. It was rough. But we're past that. No more steel reserves. It's too many sugars.
No more steel reserves. It's too much alcohol. So, Colby, we have you here. Why not ask you a few questions about tattooing?
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, well, ask away.
So, how long have you been doing it?
This July, it'll be 7 years.
Nice.
What made you decide you wanted to get into tattooing? Were you always artistically inclined, doodling on stuff, or how did that go to? I want to stab people a bunch.
Okay, so those two separate interests developed like on their own, like stabbing, drawing. Those are two different things. But, as I got older, like slowly more and more over time, those things got more and more like intermingled. I'm just joking. But anyways, I've always been artistically inclined. I've drawn for as long as I can remember. Everybody always told me growing up, I was really naive. I still don't really understand how the world works in a lot of ways, but even more so as a kid. Like, well, you'll be a cartoonist. I'm like, oh, well, that's dope. And I didn't know what it was, looked into it. I'm like, well, that's a lot of work. And one thing led to another. They're just like graphic design. Okay, well, here's this real thing that I can go into and actually make a living from. I had my head set on that. That's what I went to school for. And I'm not really a tech guy, obviously. I don't do well with computers. I was just bitching about like getting through the Square Enix website, like little things like that drive me up the wall. So you can imagine like how I act when you put like an Adobe program in my hands, like how frantic I get. But anyways, I decided, well, that's not for me. I'll finish the program since I'm already like this far through it. And of course, I'd been to a few different shops and gotten tattooed from them. When I work at now, I'd gotten tattooed a couple times there, and I'd casually mentioned like an interest in an apprenticeship. It was something that I like thought of, like, oh, well, I could do this, I could do that, but I was 2 classes away from getting my degree, bachelor's degree. I'd talked to the owner of the shop, Mike, about the apprenticeship before, like just kind of casually in passing. And then he messages me one day and he's like, hey, you mentioned you might be interested in apprenticing. Are you still down? I'm like, yeah, dude. And just like that, the very next day, I dropped out of all my classes, started my apprenticeship. Took me a year and a half to finish that. I've been there ever since. So no regrets. I am in debt. I don't have a degree, but fuck it. I'm not going back. I'm never going to use that thing. And yeah, more or less, here we are. I kind of had a little more of an aimless approach than most, I feel, getting it tattooing. But I mean, it led me to where I am today, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I got a little bit of a formal art education to go off of as a foundation, but most of tattooing, it's like a one-on-one mentorship. You got somebody who's experienced, like telling you what they know, and take that and you kind of figure the rest of it out on your own. Everybody ticks a little differently. All artists work a little different, that sort of thing. I kind of, it took me a while to figure out like how I would work as an artist, but I think I've gotten it down now. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. Another thing, I don't know. Sorry, I was just thinking about I was like, wow, he answered that question really well. Usually people give me like 3 words and then it's
I
done.
like to draw. And now I draw on people. But yes, that was very good.
Hey, that's a great way to sum it up.
So, what do you think is your favorite tattoo that you have been able to do on somebody, and then your favorite tattoo that you have on yourself?
Hard question. Well, the first part is at least. I can't really think of any one tattoo that I can say like, oh, that's my favorite. But there are a few styles that I really enjoy working in. I do tend to gravitate towards like very bold, crisp lines, a lot of bright color saturation. I do a little bit of black and gray too. I'm really into like the pepper shading look. Subject matter, I like anything, nerdy, kind of goofy out there. I like a lot of crude shit, lowbrow subject matter. Really anything like, when I say this, like I know a lot of people like hear it and be like, oh, like, they'll raise their eyebrows, but I like to take like an anti-art approach to art, like all the highbrow, pretentious bullshit that you get and all the like museums and all these hoity-toity types. And I don't know. I just like doing shit that's like goofy, doesn't mean anything at all. And it's fun, like, because I think a lot of like artists especially get way too hung up on things like meaning something. And I don't know, when it means something, I think that's great. Like for a tattoo, like, your podcast tattoo, like obviously this is something you enjoy. It's meaningful. That's awesome. But I think a lot of people don't understand. Your tattoo doesn't have to mean something. It can just be fun. And really, that's got a meaning in and of itself. Like, oh well, here's this Rasputin tattoo. He's riding a billy goat with like balloons tied to it. Like, it's dumb as shit. It's poorly drawn, but like it's hilarious. Or I think it's hilarious. So
it's like mine. I feel the same way about mine.
Probably my favorite.
I think it's I always get a kick out of people want to see my tattoo, and they're like, "Oh, is it a compass? What is it?" I'm like, "Just keep looking." They're like, "Oh, is that?" I'm like, "Yeah." But I just get a kick out of it. I think it's funny.
We haven't talked about it on air in a while. What is that tattoo, Diamondz?
It's the miracle of life. It's a conception. It's do you want to see it again?
I want to see it. The viewers want to see it.
I don't know if I have enough lighting for it. I don't want to stretch out my Taylor Swift shirt. I don't know.
Beautiful Diamondz.
Isn't it nice?
That's nice work.
A friend of mine drew it for me. Like, I'd been like, I hate to bring it up, but like Queens of the Stone Age, they had that cue with like the sperm going in. I was like, I'd love to have something like that, but I don't want to be seen as like a diehard Queens of the Stone Age fan. I
love Caius.
I love it too.
Queens of the Stone Age is alright, but I really like Caius.
Caius is one of my favorites. But like I said, I like the whole cue, the idea. But I was like, I don't want to have that. I'm not one of those guys that has like Foo Fighters across my chest, or I like
how many viewers do we have to get before you get Foo Fighters tattooed across your chest? Hi, Colby. On air.
Three
viewers.
Consistent viewers. No, I'd probably do it for maybe not across my chest. No, I don't think I'd do it, man. I just don't think it's possible. I thought about it.
Oh, it's like possible.
No, not for me to do it, but I thought like a guy, an astronaut, riding a mustache in space would be a neat tattoo.
Yeah, I'd be sick. I love that.
But now I hang out with a guy with a big old mustache, and people will be looking way too much into it.
So let them believe what they believe.
You don't want me to give you a mustache ride in space?
I'll be your space cowboy.
I think we need some shrooms for that, but all right, we'll do it.
I know a guy that knows a guy.
I got a field.
But you I'm going to throw this out here real quick because you mentioned like anti-art approach, and it's not exactly what you meant, but so Diamondz and I have a line of posters coming out soon.
We do.
One will be a remake of the original Confound Millennial logo, the man. And then we'll have Diamondz as the thinking man.
Nice.
It's not gonna be me turning into a waifu, right?
No, not
why not?
No, that
because
happens.
He
at the
already
end
does
of the
that
episode.
in the outro of the show. But no, it's going to be you as that stone statue holding a video game controller with a bunch of steel reserves at your feet.
Ooh, is it gonna be a real picture?
Yes.
Do I have to have pants on?
Wait, no, not a real picture. It's going to be a drawing.
Okay.
We can do a real picture.
Whatever.
But the answer is no.
Okay. All right. I like that.
And then the last one that we are currently working on was actually a suggestion by you, Diamondz.
Oh.
Cat. It looks like me.
Oh, a cat.
Yeah, a cat.
Yeah.
It looks like me in a tree saying, hang on in there.
Hey.
And then you with a net at the bottom.
Oh, I like it. Do I have to be wearing pants in that one?
No, you don't. You don't ever have to be wearing pants. This is a podcast.
Oh.
Why I started a podcast and not a TV show.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So Colby, it's hot as hell in here, so we'll start wrapping this up.
Called it.
Where, if anybody wants to see more of your work or get a tattoo of you, not of you, from me? You.
That's flattering.
If anybody wants to get a tattoo of you,
just ask me.
Ask you.
Yeah, just ask me.
Gotcha.
How do we ask you?
Hey, will you tattoo your face on me? Sure. What style? Just like
I
that.
meant, what avenue?
No questions asked.
Like, just find them on the internet. If you can find Colby and Morehead, you can get a hold of them and get a tattoo by him.
Yeah, best way to get a hold of me, either straight up message me on Facebook, call in the shop, message in the shop's Facebook page. Either one of those three things, eventually you'll get into contact with me.
There will be a link to the shop's Facebook in the description of this video. Can I get away with that? Is that
Yeah.
fine? Yeah. Okay, then that's what we're going to do.
Nice.
You
nice to
are
have you,
in
Colby.
the Eastern Kentucky area and you want to come get it. Come get a tattoo. It'll
Come
be
get
great.
some.
Come get some.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
bags.
Diamondz.
Yeah.
You're going to play Final Fantasy with us, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him more about it. We'll make it real.
You tell me when.
Right now, we're going to end this. We're going to all hop on Final Fantasy. Download it right now. I'm kidding.
Hopefully soon, because my laptop shot itself, but I got a PS4 now, and
Sweet.
I got to buy the game in, reinstall it, and then I'll be good.
Nice.
Nice. Any last words you'd like to say, Colby, before we wrap this up?
Magic.
Thanks for having me on. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. These headphones drive me crazy. It's
I know. Right?
it's so fucked up hearing yourself echo.
I know.
Anyway,
I can't hear
thank
myself.
you for having me on. It's been great. Good luck with the episode you were telling me about earlier. That's going to be cool. I'd definitely be open to doing this in the future. We'll have a little bit more planning ahead of time, and we'll, I don't know, have a little more of a structured episode, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care either way.
It's all good. It's all good.
I love it.
But Diamondz, to answer your question, we already talked about magic.
No, I just said magic. I like magic.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's three things we usually talk about: magic, music, mental health, and we didn't hit on hardly any of those. But
I can talk about music for hours.
It is hot. We are done. Diamondz, you're hot. Stay saucy, hoe bags.
Is this the end?